What is going on, Carlos?
Hey man, what's up?
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, long time no see.
You ready for another live stream?
Yeah, man, excited.
Yeah, me too. I wanted to kick this off with something that we've been talking about a lot. If Marks, you want to cut the music. Um, so check out my shirt. We're kind of like twins a little bit, huh?
Oh yeah,
But you notice something?
yeah. Do you have a baby like I do, and it just slobbers all over you?
No, so I had to like dig deep in the depths of packaging to pull up the Spice Citrus deodorant,
Mm-hmm.
and as you know or may know, our stick deodorant would leave the stains on your shirt when you apply it. So that's what it's from.
Yeah,
And the
I remember
reason,
that.
yeah, I can't stand it, so I got to change. I'll change off camera.
God, show us your body, sexy body.
Nobody wants to see me naked. Um,
Well, we kind of did last week, so.
yeah, on the stream last week, you would have seen what we look like with our. Is there a reflection there? There's one over here. Good to see you, Greg. Yeah. So, anyways, our new deodorant, which we've approved the prototype, and we're working with our manufacturer to get all the raw ingredients in and our manufacturer tests and our challenge testing and all that done. It does not leave stains. You can like literally spray the deodorant straight onto your shirt. It's not going to get it wet. Where are you at right now?
You talking to me or
Who else
or
am I
Greg?
talking to? Let's talk
I
to
don't
you.
know, man. You just
We're
said
on the
Greg's
live
name.
stream together.
Well, I'm back home. I'm in my bedroom. I thought it would be in a better background than in my messy office downstairs, so I
Go
moved
a
up
little bit
here.
like this and put horns on yourself.
Hey, you
There
go.
you go. Little devil horns.
I can be that emoji.
Well, our topic is about travel. So hopefully, people who are interested in travel are going to enjoy this. We do see the comments coming in as they come in. So be sure to throw them in. It's great to see Greg in here, Edgar in here. I know there's a couple other Alliance members who said they're going to be in there. We've got our wallpaper, which if you came in early, you might have seen, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. I figured since it's of the topic of travel, I've got myself some Danish beer and might
Tuborg.
as well pop it up. And it's 6:30 here. I know it's 12:30
Can,
over in the
can I
States.
tell you a story about Tuborg?
Like we don't have this in the
So,
States as far as I'm aware. Tell me a
yeah, we
story.
have a we have an in Portugal. It used to be in a bottle, old style beer bottle when I mean, back in 96, 95, 96.
Like with
And
the Grolsch, like the Grolsch cat.
I mean, just the shape of the bottle was that those old style bottles. I think they still do in some places in Denmark, if I remember. I think I've seen them around, or maybe I just seen them on walls or something like that in somewhere that I visited. But back in 95, 96, so I was underage to go clubbing, but because I knew people in the club, I used to get in. So, but you have to
You're like
pay. It was
17. You were like 17, right?
16, 15, 16. So
In
I was born in
96, because you were born in 79, right?
80.
80. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, early 80 Feb. Um, yeah, so I used to go in, but you had to pay like back then was equivalent maybe to $10, let's say it that way. And you would have three drinks with those dollars entry. And they used to have a card, and they used to like the barman used to sign it on that little square. So anyway, to say you got all your three drinks of your money, and if you had any more, you had to pay at the end. So I used to get Tuborgs and drink it with the straw because I thought it used to get me high quicker because it was really high alcohol. What's the alcohol volume on those now?
Well, this is a Pilsner. I can't imagine it's too much. 4.6. So this is
That's
nothing.
like, yeah, I would say normal stuff. I think they used to be 7 or 6.
Well, I'm sure they've got different. I'm sure they've got like different ales and stuff like that.
Yeah. But it used to be a lager. I think. Yeah, lager.
Yeah, this is. I mean, this is just a Pils, organic Pilsner. So, and then
Yeah,
Groln. I don't know what that.
I have no idea what that means. Anyway, that was my mindset back then.
We used to shop by the percentage of alcohol in beers back in the day. I'm excited for today. Talking about travel, talking about our good times around the world, maybe sharing some tips for those who view. We've got people in here from Brazil. You know, we're a global audience here, so it's going to be fun to kind of chat about. And then going to chat about the wallpaper that we have, not now, a little bit. But if you're new to this segment, a couple of things. Actually, I do want to know for the people viewing right now, we have this set up for mobile. I assume most of you guys watching this are on mobile. Do you like the vertical way, or it's not hard for us to go the horizontal way? Shall we go the horizontal way? I guess on mobile, they could just turn their phone. I don't know. Just let us know in the comments. And then if no one tells us, then we'll just keep on doing it this way. What do we got? Oh, yes. So we start off with viral videos. Shall we get going? Viral videos?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Let's get rid of the scrolling marks. All right. This is where I'm at, Denmark.
Okay. So you should know about these.
Yeah, I've never seen a white apple before. I don't think this is. Yeah, we got to cut the music because we get flagged with copyright strikes. And that song definitely would. All right, so that's like TikTok where they get you hooked in with some kind of like weird video. I've never seen that. I've never heard of that town in Denmark or seen that town in Denmark. So
I never seen that picture in Denmark either.
Yeah, what's that called? It's like little Brøndby Garden. I'll have to Google that.
Yeah, is that?
It looks like just a weird neighborhood, kind of weird concept. Greenland with the ice. All right. Never been to Greenland. These are all Scandinavian options. Never been to Faroe Islands. But it looks beautiful. I'm not much like we'll talk about this a little bit, but I'm not much of like a nature traveler. Like when I travel, I kind of like to go more for the cities and the people and the coffee shops. And what about you?
I'm different. I like both. I love the nature, but I also love the city thing. I didn't like the city so much back in the day, but I grew up in nature. As you know, you've been to my wedding, so you know where we had the wedding in the mountain where I grew up. So I'm a nature guy, but I do love the city to visit, not to live so much anymore.
Yeah. All right. What else we got?
Prison.
Number two. What is it? All right. The Hawaii of Europe. They got volcanoes here. It's got to be Iceland, right?
One of the most beautiful islands in the entire world, and no, it's not Hawaii. This is Madeira. It's an island off the coast of Portugal, and this is the exact location. Madeira is known for some of the best hiking in the entire world. Its beautiful coastlines, and of course, the birthplace of the goat. Now, the best part is Madeira is actually pretty affordable. Here's a quick breakdown of the average cost of everything. And if you ever plan on going, I recommend doing this famous hike. visiting these natural pools, and chasing waterfalls. I have a free map and travel guide to Madeira. And if you don't follow this page, I find the coolest things around the world and then share them with you. So
Dude, have you been there?
I actually been when I was a kid. I don't remember much apart from flowers and stuff. It's quite beautiful. But
I mean, like, it's
I was
crazy.
supposed
Like
to go.
those, I don't know if it's the lenses or something, but that looks like they're thousands of feet in the air.
Well, that I don't know what that is. I never seen that before. Actually,
You've never seen those
that
mountains?
no, I never. No, I've seen. You can see the mountain, but I never seen those steps before. That's crazy.
Okay.
That's
Did
why I didn't know where it was.
I didn't know Messi was born there.
Be careful what you say, man.
Right?
Yeah, yeah. Messi was definitely not born there, but I mean, Madeira. I want to go. Well, like we were supposed to go after wedding, but we chose to go Morocco.
Do you
Um,
take a boat out there or do you fly out there?
to Madeira, you fly. I don't. I think you probably can take a boat, but you fly.
No.
I mean, the guy's saying it's affordable. Yeah, I mean, the flights can be very, very expensive, though. It depends what time of the year you go, but the flights, it can be very pricey, especially from here, from the UK, and even from Spain. When I was in Madrid and I was trying to go, and we looked at flights, we were like, no way paying these, man. It's just extortion, too expensive. So that's another reason why we didn't go that time.
Yeah. I've never even heard of it. So thanks for finding that, Marks. What do we got next?
Very okay.
Well, go ahead.
It's okay.
Wrap it up, Carlos.
There's another place, another island in not Madeira, but it's called Azores, and that's way cheaper to go, and it's beautiful. Also, you get these natural swimming pools, man. Crazy, amazing food. The only thing is, if you are a Portuguese person like myself, to speak with the people over there is pretty weird to understand because they have such a weird, thick accent. It's funny. I cannot understand them, but the islands are beautiful.
Yeah.
So it's okay. Most of them don't speak English either, so it's okay for anyone that goes there to communicate.
Yeah.
To work.
Yeah. All right, let's see this woman who's traveled 19 places.
My assistant, my boyfriend, has crunched the numbers, and here is our total cost to travel to 19 countries in 1 year. We traveled pretty fast, so our biggest category was transportation. 34 flights came out to $9,783. Ground transportation and gas, $9,708. Accommodation that we paid for cost $10,601, which is about $49 a night. We got free nights from using credit card points at hotels and doing one work exchange and one housekeeping gig. Food was $9,614, which came out to $26 a day, so $13 a person. Keep in mind, we get a lot of free lounge food, free hotel breakfast, and meals included with excursions. Activities and excursions cost $6,274, so about $523 a month, with the most expensive single activity being the Cappadocia hot air balloon for $220 each, and the most entertaining for me being this Georgian sulfur bath for $45. Miscellaneous like laundry, tips, visas, ATM fees, hospital costs $4,484, so about $373 a month. We spent approximately $9,726 worth of credit card points and miles, which we saved up by travel hacking and by Peter hoarding all the points he's ever gotten in the past few years. With these, we got 40 free hotel nights and 6 flights. In total, for the year, we spent $48,256 or $132 a day or $66 per day per person. We don't count points and miles as cash, but if you add in the value of these, the total comes out to $57,532 for the year.
That's actually
My assistant, my boyfriend.
That's actually pretty good. To spend $50,000 to travel for a year, like,
Yeah,
they're pretty good with their money, man. Like, I don't know how they
Yeah.
did that. Like, they must have been finding some good ass deals, or they're
Yeah,
influencers, and like all the hotels and stuff are comped.
no, it didn't look like influencer. I think they were just budgeting really, like really maximizing everything, even just the air miles and stuff points, which is something I should do, which I have loads, but I don't
Yeah.
really use.
I
I've
mean,
used it a
like,
couple of times to upgrade, like to go to Austin or something like that. But
it's also, I feel like it's going to be a lot easier to save money to travel as a family of two versus a family of four. Like, we're
yeah,
paying now, granted, like, Denmark's not the cheapest place to be, but we're paying like $250 a night for this Airbnb. And that adds up. Like, we're here for quite a long period of time. I don't know if I could make it for under $60,000 if I was to do it for a whole year.
yeah,
So props on them.
no,
Props on them. Because they're eating out all the time too.
yeah. Sounds like my brother-in-law. He would be the guy to travel like that. He plans everything to the penny or to the cent if we're in America.
What do we got next? Traveling is not expensive.
Mm.
Y'all act like it's so expensive to travel, but it's literally not. There's budget traveling and there's vacationing, and they are two completely different things. Like, they do not go together at all. There's vacationing, which is what most people do, where it's like you take a week or two out of the year, you go on a few trips, like you go to an all-inclusive, you stay at a nice hotel, and you spend like at least over $1,000 for that week. Or there's budget traveling, which is what I do. You go places for months on end. You take city buses, you eat meals under 50 cents, you sleep on the airport floor, you stay in hostels, homestays, people's living rooms, overnight buses, literally whatever you can do to find the cheapest sleep of your life. I've been budget traveling for 2 years now, and I spend $700 a month on average. Couldn't even rent someone's garage in California for $700 a month. So for all y'all that comment that it's my dad's money and like there's no way that I can pay for this myself, fuck you.
Fuck you too.
Yeah.
I think it's like, those are all like, we're old men, Carlos. We're in our
Yeah,
40s. We can't be doing that anymore. Like, you get that 50-cent meal and then you spend the next 2 days on the Iron Throne or whatever.
yeah,
Like, when I went to India and I don't know what I ate or drank. I think I let my guard down and I got some water from
yeah.
McDonald's or something, and it was like I was glued to that toilet. And their toilets are like plastic toilets too. They're not like even porcelain. And
At least you got to sit down.
yeah,
I've
that's
been
fair.
I've been to Bali in the same situation, Indonesia in the same situation, and I had to stand most of the time to do
Oh,
it.
geez, your quads must have been
Weak as
killing
hell, and it was coming out of both ends.
you. Oh no!
Ridiculous! Like, was a
You're like
mess,
a
man. I
Family
tell
Guy
you.
skit.
Yeah. I mean, she's got a point. I've been there, but it depends how old you are and what kind of risks you want to take. I mean, yes, you can travel on a budget and eat those 57 whatever cent meals and be sick and adjust in a little while, or you can go and spend a little bit more and just relax, not have
Yeah.
to worry about any of that.
Well, and,
Yeah, I've been there.
we're in Denmark, we're doing a little bit of what we're doing. Like, we've been grocery shopping. So we haven't been going out to eat like every meal here. We'll go out occasionally from time to time, but most of the time it's going to the grocery store, cooking up some meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner. And so I think there's like the longer you stay, the better opportunity you have to immerse yourself as a local would. And
Sure.
that's kind of why I like longer trips versus shorter trips, because in those shorter trips it's more about like seeing the city, whereas in the longer trips it's more about being in the city. And I think those are two completely different travel experiences. And
Yeah. I mean, the only time I was sick, really sick in Indonesia was because we used to go and stay at Jenna's house, boss's house, which they have the local person that goes and buys everything and cooks everything in the house. So we were like, oh, good. The first time we traveled to another part of Indonesia, we went to Jakarta. That's where things went wrong. That's where I was like, oh, we good. And and then all of a sudden, yeah, it was not fun. Yeah.
But also
So-
here in Denmark, remember doing that hot chili tasting?
You didn't go and see Chili Clouds again.
Well, no, I'm going to see them. Yeah, I've been texting them. But
Oh,
when we went
yeah.
5 years ago or whatever, it was a similar situation here in Denmark. So, but for different reasons, I suppose.
Yeah, you're not going to do it again, are you?
No, I'm not eating a hot pepper. No, unless I'm filming it. If we film it, I'll
Oh.
do it. You know, you only live once. So,
That
Charlie
was
with the deep fried boogers. Nice.
That was hilarious, man. You like. Anyway,
All right. We got any more? All right. Solo travel influencers be like. Mhm.
someone's
I
going to
think
steal his
people
phone.
gain a tremendous
Oh.
amount of wisdom when they travel, when they wander, when they allow themselves, as I did, to get lost.
I've been backpacking Patagonia.
There was did you ever watch did you guys have this TV show in Britain? It was Les Stroud, I think was his name, Survival Man. And he would legit like go out in the middle of nowhere and survive for a week. It was just him, and he would always show himself like putting the camera down.
Oh no, we had Bear Grylls here. Bear Grylls, but that's a completely different thing.
Yeah, we had it was essentially like Bear Grylls, but legit. Whereas Bear
Hmm.
Grylls is a little more like entertainment focused and kind of like information focused. I mean, they're both information focused, but like Les was like legit doing. I watch
Yeah.
all those survival shows on Discovery Channel.
I never seen it. Never seen it.
Yeah, we got any more? What do you say? One more? Last one?
Yeah, I think that got censored in UK or in Portugal with all this crap. Anyway, go on, Marks. I'll press play for me.
Yeah.
Why are men suddenly raw dogging flights? Men are going viral for staring at real-time flight maps to get through long-haul journeys. They challenge themselves to not eat or drink, deprive themselves of any entertainment, and aren't even allowed to visit the bathroom. The barebackers believe that true raw doggers take no indulgences. So, are you a true raw dogger?
Yeah, I saw this with a soccer player the other day, and I was like, "Why? What's the point?" That's my view on it. What is the point? What did you just gain from not going to the toilet, not eating, not drinking on a over 7-hour flight?
I think there's I travel a lot. Like I've hit, like whatever 100,000 miles with Delta, and one thing that I do try to do is not pull up the internet. So it's like my time on my flight is a way to kind of like block out a little bit of the connection to the world. So it allows me to kind of be in this element. Now, I don't take it to the extent they do. I'll watch movies or I'll pull my laptop up and start writing or something like that. Like, I don't see the point. I mean, it's essentially just meditating for however long the trip is. Like, can you meditate for 9 hours with just your thoughts? I can respect it. Like, I can respect the hustle, but it ain't for me. But I can admire someone who chooses to do it.
I don't know. I saw the other day on this on the news here in UK, this footballer did, and I was like, okay, why do you want to? Why do you want to stay on the map on a flight? Like I don't know. I was like, it makes no sense. I either go to sleep or watch a movie or two, whatever, how long it takes. And I do check the map once in a while, but I would not stare at a map for 7 to 9 hours, whatever, how long it takes to fly. I think his was 7 hours.
Yeah. I think there's something about masculinity and intentionally seeking out hard things to do and the feeling of success that comes from doing the hard things. I don't know. I think it's
What,
like,
what are you saying? Staring at a map for 7 hours.
yeah,
It's masculine. It's hard.
it's
Dude,
hard. It's
hard is
super hard. Like, so people who are
dude,
just like,
hard is carrying 100 kilos for about half a mile on your back. That's hard. Staring at a map, man. It's
for
not hard.
7 hours, you could not do it. You could not do it.
Because it's just boring. It's not hard. You're not
Exactly.
masculine
It's hard
because
because it's boring. You're left with just your thoughts.
no, because I would be like, no, man, this is bullshit. I want to do something that I gain some knowledge from or I entertain myself. I don't want to like just be stuck with the same thing all over. It's just
You're not
the
stuck. You're
flight path.
stuck
It's
with
just
your
a plane doing
thoughts.
the.
It's a challenge for your mind, your mental fortitude.
But I don't think so. If I want to stuck with my thoughts, I turn everything off and I go meditate in a room. I don't go on a 7-hour flight to do that. I
Yeah.
don't think that's hard. I have to disagree like really hard with you on this one. No way.
Because you
That's
can't do
masculine.
it. It's too hard for you.
I mean, masculine, feminine doesn't matter, but it's definitely not hard. Hard for me would be you carrying 100 kilos for about half a mile on your back.
I mean, there's
That's
multiple
hard.
things that are hard. I would find staring at a screen for 7 hours, a flight map, to be extremely hard. I would find that to be very, very hard. There's probably like a very slim chance that I could do it, especially if I'm not peeing or eating.
I can do it. I can do it. I just don't think I want to do it because it's not me. I do not
Right.
want to do. It's like time in my life that I'll never get back.
Yeah, that's why it's hard, because nobody wants to do it, and why you can't do it.
But I can do it. I know I can. If you want to bet me, next time I'll record myself for whatever. I mean, 9
Next
hours
time you
to
come to
take off,
Austin, I expect you to
9
just
hours.
raw dog it.
And I'll do 9 hours of recording just to prove you that I can.
And then about an hour in, you're going to be like, screw this. I'm going to be on the plane for 8 more hours.
Oh, kill me now. give me 100 kilos on my back and I'll walk up and down the plane.
We got some good questions coming in. I want to tell you guys to keep those questions coming in. We've got a section for Q&A coming up. But first, before we do that, let's do our little listicle section where we combine testicles and list into a nice little listicle. And last time, you asked me a question first. So this time I get to ask you a question first.
No, you got it wrong, man. It's the other way around. It's my turn to ask you first. Hold on. I went first. You went. Yeah, I go again.
Yeah, so I ask you, right? Okay. This one, there are no
you go,
wrong answers.
I'm going to be a Portuguese gentleman and let you go first. Go on, then.
This is an easy one. There's no wrong answers.
Okay,
What
good.
are the top 5 places to visit
Top 5 places to visit in the world?
for you? Yeah. What are your
for
favorite
me?
5 places? Yeah. What are your favorite 5 places you've ever been to?
Oh, for me, that I've been definitely Bali back in the day before it became what it is today. I've been.
Okay. Are you doing this in order from 1 to 5 or 5 to 1?
Oh, it has to be in an order. Okay.
Yeah.
So in an order, Portugal. No. In an order. Oh, dude. I mean, I haven't really been into great places, but I'll put Bali up there from the first time I went there because it was very rural, still very raw before it got very touristic. So Bali for me would be my top one that I've been.
Okay. Number 1's Bali.
Let me pull my list because, yeah, I forgot all the countries I've been, but I
You
made
got
a list.
25 of them. 25 of them.
25 of them.
And then I guess I'll give you a pass. Like if you've been to 2 different cities in the same country and they're both worthy of making the list, we can do that as well.
Okay, cities.
Just the top 5 places people should
I'm
go.
gonna
You should go.
say I should go, or people should go. I would say Spain is pretty cool to go. Portugal is pretty cool to go. For various reasons. Portugal is very small, and you can do a road trip up and down Portugal and visit amazing places very quickly. So it's super cool to do on a budget as well. And people take that for granted, from city breaks to nature. Spain is pretty good, but I would have to say, oh, Morocco, man. Morocco is pretty cool, man. I love the Atlas Mountains, man. I was in this place called the Orica Valley, and I stayed in this place called Kashba, and man, the views were insane. I did have some pictures, but I couldn't find them, so I'm not going to show you anything. How many am I at right now?
Morocco, Portugal, Spain, Bali.
I mean, America's pretty good, to be honest. So, you guys have. It's like I said this to you early. It's like you guys have all these states. It's like me here in Europe. I go from Portugal to France in less than an hour, or Spain. It's just I can travel all these countries in 2 hours. I can be in a lot of different countries. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's it, right?
Yeah. So those are your top 5: Bali, Portugal, Spain, Morocco, America.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot more that I haven't been. I haven't been to Japan, which I'd love to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, of all the countries that I've been, most of them are European, even though.
All right. What listicle you got for me?
I do have a listicle question for you.
Okay.
So, which cities are known for their strong beard culture and are popular destinations among bearded men? And if you think that's difficult, I'm going to give you a clue.
Well, hold on. Well, no, let me get some clarifications. Is this in America or in the world?
The world.
Okay.
And
it's for their beard.
Huh?
And it's related to their beard.
Yeah. So bearded culture, like where's more the bearded culture is more prominent, and people are more tend to visit more, like coming from all over the world.
Okay. And then how many are there?
You can give me 5. To be honest, I found 5. 3 American, so I'll give you the clue. 3 American and 3 somewhere else.
Okay.
And the obvious reasons, there are championships. There's your clue.
Okay. So Portland, Austin, Brooklyn would be my top 3 American cities that are beard friendly. Now I forget where all the world championships were. I think I don't know. Okay. So you
got those 3 right.
Okay.
Not in that order, but it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter the order.
And then I would say there's like Punjab is a region in India that is like where the Sikhs come from. I would put that high on the list just because facial hair and long hair is just part of Sikh culture.
Yeah, but think about it. Other people from other countries visit on purpose because of that. Just the bearded culture.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Okay, just for the beard though.
Yeah. So
I know I think they're in Austria or Germany is like where I feel like the world started from. But I don't know the cities that they.
I mean, you got one of the countries right.
Okay. Was it Austria?
No,
Germany. Germany.
And then the big city.
The big city? I mean, there's a lot of big cities there, but what,
I
Berlin?
know, but yeah, that one. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you got one more.
All right.
I tell you what,
Let's see here.
it's in Great Britain.
Yeah,
That's
well,
all I'm
London, huh?
saying.
I was thinking London.
Yes, it is London.
Okay. What are the other ones?
That was it. That was the five.
Oh.
It's Portland, Oregon, Austin, Berlin,
London
and London.
Berlin.
Because of
Okay.
all the mostly because there is a big beer culture already, but because of the championships that are held in these places, that's why a lot of people visit those areas. Yeah. There's more, but those came up as the top 5 in my research.
Well, that's good.
To ask you about my testicles. Oh,
I know a little bit. All right, let's. We're going to get into. Up next is a little bit of Beardbrand news. And then we're going to get into our weekly topic, which we've already kind of been talking about a lot. And then we're going to do Q&A at the end. We're going to wrap it up with our Q&A. So Beardbrand news. I don't know what I want to talk about. I've seen, because there's a lot I want to talk about. There's going to be something new that we do that we've never done before. In about a month.
Don't say too much. Don't say
that's
too much.
Like that's all I want to say.
Yeah.
The beginning of September.
It's exciting.
Yeah. The beginning of September, we're going to do something that we've never done before. I already gave an update on the deodorant. It's in the manufacturing process. Let's talk about, someone asked about this, if we could highlight the question marks. It was from Kyle Regal. I assume it's Regal. He asks, are the colognes coming back sometime? And I would say yes. The answer to that is yes. We are going to do it a little bit different way. So for those who don't know, our colognes currently are an alcohol-based. And in fact, Temple Smoke and Four Vices should be available currently, are they? Let me pull it up real quick. Beardbrand.com. Yes, you can get Temple Smoke and Four Vices available now. They were out of stock because we were having issues moving our fulfillment center around. And I'm getting some flickering going on. But anyways, so those two are back in stock. But when we run out of stock of those, we are going to discontinue the alcohol-based fragrances, and we're testing moving towards an oil-based roller application. So we actually created some prototypes and sent it to, I don't know if he's still in here, but one of the Alliance members to test it and give us feedback. So we got to nail down the packaging. But that is like one thing that we'll be relaunching. I hope to relaunch that before the end of the year, potentially. I also, we'll talk about it here because I think this is a good conversation to have about Tree Ranger. So Tree Ranger was our first fragrance that we developed way back in 2013. Smells amazing. I love it. It's fresh. It's clean. It's lightweight. And it's also not a fine fragrance. The Tree Ranger is more of like a kind of like a daily use fragrance. And the question is like, it's not going to perform as well as, like a roller fragrance or a fine fragrance. So what do we do about that? And right now, I'm kicking around the idea of having a challenger tree ranger come in and battle, where we essentially produce a limited batch tree ranger or our interpretation of what tree ranger could be if it was a fine fragrance, and then letting customers effectively vote on which one they like better, and we keep the winner. I think that could be a lot of fun and give you guys some ability to shape the direction that we go with our products and our fragrances. And yeah, I'll tell you, I'm not going to answer your questions if you spam the chat with the same one over and over again.
Just, I was just thinking, just say yes, mate. Just take it. Just take it.
It's just like, I'm the opposite of you, man. I see someone trying to get attention, and I look the other way. So
yes, just take minoxidil. Will help you grow a thick, huge beard.
You're like my wife. You encourage bad behavior.
Yeah. Well, when you ask for it so many times,
they're just going to be all day. We're going to have 1,000 questions. The same thing. All right. So that's the news at Beardbrand. The other thing I want to talk about my hair. Someone gave me a compliment at the beginning of the chat. Thank you for that, Carlos. I've been thinking about growing it back out, like down to my tits.
Yeah. I mean, you can do 2 little what do you call them?
Pigtails?
Those pigtails. That's it. You can do 2 pigtails and be one of them weird Vikings. You. Well,
I saw like I guess that's the problem. I'm here in Denmark. I saw this dude with a beard, fucking beautiful long blonde hair, and it just looks so regal. And like I look at my old photos when my hair is kind of like down to here, and I feel like it just, I don't know. I feel like my long hair looks pretty cool. But,
I mean, you look cool with long hair, especially when you grew it from when it was longer at the back. I felt like sort of your mullet, but then you start growing on the sides too. I felt that was probably your best. When you first started growing it, I wasn't very keen on it the first time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I wasn't.
The first time it like in like 2014, like it came down all equal.
Yeah, I wasn't very keen on it back then. I think we were in Barcelona when you were kind of first started growing it.
Yeah. This one, let me see. Let me see if I can pull up the photo. There's like I have like 2 great photos of me holding my boy. What?
Nah. Yeah. Nah.
What do you think?
I got a dirty mind.
Huh?
Yeah, I got a dirty mind.
Come on, Carlos. Holding kid.
It's travel and family friendly. Go, holding your son.
Of course, I can't find it. Anyways,
well, while you're doing that, I'm going to answer some questions. Will Bold Fortune be one of the new colognes? Yes, we will try to do that too. So that will definitely be a great cologne. Yes, through range. Let's go. Eric Brzezinski. Eric, short hair, big beard. I'll just read them.
Yeah, we're trying to bring Bold Fortune out to all of our products. We have issues with the fragrance settling in the utility bar. So it may not make it to the utility bar because the bar effectively crumbles. But we'll get it in everything else.
Make it a cologne.
Here. Like
Yeah,
I like that
I
hair.
like that one. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, that's
I
what I
like that
mean.
one.
It was like long in the back, and then like it just started getting longer on the sides.
That one was like a
I
little.
think that one is probably my favorite of your long hairstyle.
And then there was this other one. I'm wearing a hat with it. It's a little.
Sure, and a hat don't count.
Where is it? Come here. But with the hat, I just feel like it just looks super cool. Can you tell?
Yeah, that picture is cool. I don't think it's anything to do with the hair, but that picture is cool.
It's got everything to do with the hair. The hair is what makes it cool.
Oh, that's in your eyes, man.
I got the sunglasses.
Most people just look at a picture. Oh, that's a cool picture. No one is thinking about the hair.
Yeah, and then like you kind of like pull it back like that. I don't know. My wife doesn't like the long hair either. So let's get Greg to grow his out. Greg will grow it out. You'll grow it out. I'll grow it out. We'll just be like,
dude, I'm not growing my hair out.
I was saying I want to be like Rick Rubin. Look like Rick Rubin. Start losing it up here.
My hair is too thick, man. It's too much hair. Too much hair and too thick to have long hair. It's hard work.
Yeah, it is hard work.
It dries very quickly. Like it's too much maintenance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's get on to our topic. How I toured Europe with a family of 4. I'm a big believer in travel. I always get energized. I get inspired by being in different environments. There's, things that I realize, like, for instance, here in Denmark, well, in America, they have vegetable broth that's already filled with liquid water. Here in Denmark, instead of doing vegetable broth or chicken broth, they just put it in these little pods that you'll mix with your own water. So it's like a lot smaller. And my thoughts are like, man, that would just make for a great like D2C business model because it's going to be lightweight. You can ship it anywhere. Whereas in America, like shipping big, heavy water vegetable broths or bone broth or whatever, super expensive.
Hold on. I'm gonna stop you there. So you guys in America don't have the little cubes or the little pods of stock?
No, we have like a 500 milliliter liquid.
I'm pretty sure I bought pods.
I mean, you might have like the little like square things that are.
Yeah, that's a
But
stock
no
cube.
one uses that. No one uses that.
That's a stock cube, man.
Yeah, I guess so. But most of the stuff is liquid. Bouillon cubes. Yeah, Greg knows. Anyways, so you get ideas for this. Just kind of see like different ways of how people do it. For the past 3 summers, we've come to the same city in the same town. We've actually stayed in the same Airbnb, fortunately. And my daughter has challenges with change. So being able to come back to the same place, I think like makes it easier. Each year it gets easier and easier. It certainly has our challenges. My daughter's 10. My son is 4. He's going through a hitting phase right now. But we've been doing this since, I guess like 3 years ago. So he was like, what, 1 or 2 years old? And we came out here. The first year he wasn't even potty trained. Second year he just got potty trained.
Wasn't he conceived there?
Well, that doesn't really count as him coming here. But yes, he was produced in Denmark.
Produced. Okay, made in Denmark.
Yeah. And then like for us, it does get really challenging. Charlie was asking questions earlier about like the kids getting homesick. So for me, it's like by coming back to the same place, we can talk about like leading up to this trip. We're like, oh, are you excited to go to the library? Are you excited to get this kind of food? Are you excited to, go to this restaurant? And, so they're really looking forward to the trip and they feel immersed. And then while we're here, it's really interesting because my daughter's like, when we come back to Denmark next year, I want to do this or I want to do that. And I tried to remind them, and it's like, well, we have to enjoy it for now because that we might not be able to do it next year. Something may happen, God forbid. So we have to enjoy it while we can. We'll try to, but that is an important part. And I think it's like the way we travel is like we don't come to see everything; we come to be here, and that gives us a lot of flexibility. If the kids aren't in the moment to go to the park or go out, like we can be flexible, we can do different things. We don't have like a really rigid agenda with what to do. So, I mean, those are kind of like the tips that I've found that help, um, I don't know, travel with the family. But now you've got a little one, huh?
Yeah, we haven't really been traveling yet with the little one. He's only about 4 months old now. Where are we now? 17th. So in about 12 days, he'll be 4 months old. But we are planning to go to Portugal probably October just to present the little baby to the rest of the tribe. Hakuna Matata. Or that's probably not it, but yeah, we planning going to October, so that will be our first flight, which is not very long. Will be about 2.5 hours. So we're gonna learn what it's like to travel with a little one.
Yeah,
I have traveled with my older daughter before. That's pretty easy.
but I mean, when she was older, you weren't really there when she was super young, right?
Yeah, when she was from 3 to about 5, I wasn't really there. No.
Yeah.
So
There's just
and then
there's just something about like I don't know, something like I didn't grow up traveling. We travel in the States as kids, but I didn't grow up traveling around the world. And we'll see how my kids end up and develop, like if they can really appreciate being immersed in different cultures. And Denmark's a little more challenging because everyone speaks English here, that it doesn't really feel like we're entirely in a different culture. So I've been talking about taking my daughter to Japan, and see if that will be a total culture shock for her. Like, there's no way she can go there and not be blown away by everything. But it's I hope it helps them get a nice perspective on the world.
I mean, Japan will be a different thing, man. I've never been, but you've been, so you know what it's like. It's one of my top places to visit, and for some reason, I have never. That would definitely shock anyone. Which will shock me when I go because of everything that I've already seen online. Yeah, that would be a great one. But I still think like you guys being in Denmark is still a very different culture, different food. Even though everyone just speaks English, that's kind of what it is around the world nowadays. Everyone speaks English.
Yeah.
It's not like back in the 90s, people were just trying to figure out and learning, oh, maybe we need to accommodate to everyone else that speaks English because of the Americans and the English. And
even like the phones just make it so much easier too. It's because I can talk to the phone and be like, hey, this is what I'm trying to say. It's I don't know, there's something charming about like being able to I'm glad that I was able to travel in a time before like these devices, like because I went to Japan where all the signs were in Japanese. In 2003, I went for the first time, and like getting lost and taking the wrong train, and like ending up doing stupid things and having your like Rick Steves like printed out book and like going through the book and figuring out. There's just I don't know. I guess from time to time I get a little bit of nostalgic from for the way it's used to been, but I don't know. I love it. Love it.
I mean, I haven't traveled much in the last few years, apart from like going to work in America with you
You
guys.
know,
So,
it's funny, Carlos.
uh,
Like I never get recognized in Austin, but whenever I travel, I get recognized. I got recognized here on this trip twice. Once here in Aarhus, and then once by the TSA agent, like going through the airport. I got recognized in Valparaiso, Chile, and it's like far in. It's like, oh, what the heck? Like,
no one knows you in Austin.
yeah, you still get recognized.
Yeah. I told you the other day. I can't remember where it was now, but yeah, I still get people once in a while,
It doesn't
which is
happen
crazy.
often to me. So if you guys are watching, and you see me, come up and say hi. I'm always eager to say hello and shake your hand, and it doesn't
Oh
bother me
yeah,
at all.
even local gym the other day. Oh, you that guy from Beardbrand? Actually, I was actually thinking. I was sat on these steps. I was on the phone, and I was thinking of this video that I had to do. And this guy come and asked me that. I think my answer was, "Oh yeah, one of them." And I just put my head down. And I was thinking, "Oh shit, that sounds bad." So I went to see him again. I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, man. I was just thinking." And I introduced myself properly. But yeah, that was that. I was like, "Oh, yeah."
One time I was in, I saw a celebrity once when I was in Florida, Fort Lauderdale, this year actually. I was just down there for a conference, and I saw this tall, gray hair, gray beard, fit guy walking down the street. Ran up to
Oh
him.
my god. Is it Greg
It was
Bersinski?
Greg Brzezinski. So I spotted him. I was like, I know you, Greg. He's like, who is this guy yelling at me? But anyways, let's get into the Q&As. Let's what other questions we got that came in? Yes, Spice Cup, we are answering. Are we answering comments? No, we're answering questions. We are commenting on questions. So Shut Up Mimsy says, dang, how you guys get such good hair and beards, bro?
Yeah.
You watch our videos, right?
I would say Beardbrand products, but I think my mom and dad also have something to do with it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think most of like getting good hair and beard is like knowing what you're doing too.
Yes.
Like knowing the hairstyle you can rock, knowing the beard you can grow, knowing like I use a blow dryer on this to get it to look this way. Like it doesn't happen by walking out. So it does take work and practice. And we've done many videos over the years on those techniques and tactics. So just Google like Beardbrand hairstyling.
I tell you a secret for my hair to look like this. I don't know if you've been watching from the beginning of the stream, but I washed my hair, I styled it, or I dried it with a hair dryer too. Not too much, it was still damp. I applied some styling paste, and when it was completely dry, I put this on and I took it off, and look what it looks like. Seriously, you put a hat on, it just keeps it in place, gives it a nice shape. And all
you can't wear it too long though, because then you'll get the line around your head.
Depends how long it is.
Or if you got a beanie doesn't give you that line either.
I like, to be honest, look, I like to style my hair. I think we talked about this last week. I like to style my hair and go to bed because next day I wake up with a cool hairstyle. It has to be the right length too. If it's too short, it just goes everywhere. But if it's like this sort of length, I just wake up with it perfecto. But anyway, what else?
We got DTR Punk talking about doing some traveling in the States. That's I've done a fair amount of traveling in the States as well. I love getting in the car and just like driving. I've driven from South Carolina to Washington State, from Washington State down to Texas, Texas up to Iowa, Texas to Arizona, Texas to Utah, all in the car. It's just nothing. I mean, for me, like getting in a car and just cruising is like heaven, man. And I just listen to music. It's kind of like raw dogging when we were talking about on the airplane. So I can do that.
I mean, if I lived in America, I think I would become like a talent say and like that. I'll just be fucking traveling all the time, man. You guys are just, you can just road trip everywhere, man. Amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, you can fly and be in another country quickly, but to drive is not as easy as you guys fly state for state, state to state. You just go. Here you have borders and all that stuff nowadays, especially if you're English.
Here, Kyle
And
at
you,
7:15 asks, "Are any grooming companies you two look up to?"
yeah, Beardbrand.
Yeah, I mean, Beardbrand. I think
It's
it's the best company.
yeah, it's just obvious.
Yeah, we put a lot of work in this company over the past 13 years. I wonder if like a lot of people don't even realize we make products if they just see our content.
Yeah.
I do think like there are like brands that I also admire, you know, like Aesop and Le Labo we talk about. So there's a lot of cool brands. I'm not one of those guys that says like all the other brands are terrible and only Beardbrand is great. I think there's a lot of really cool ones that are doing cool things, but I'll even look into like a lot of women's brands. Glossier, I've always admired like how they've done it with their content. They have Into a Gloss, and I knew one of the COOs of that company. They're a cool company. So there's a lot of really cool grooming beauty. BK Beauty, my boy Paul, yeah, and then and his wife Lisa, and then Native Deodorant. I think what they did with their deodorant was really cool. Anyways, yeah, there's a lot of Dr. Squatch too, one of our direct competitors. Jack, who runs that company, he's a good dude. Yeah, so there's a lot of cool companies out there. It's a fun space to be in. It's hard, super hard, but it's fun. What other questions we got? Kyle was asking about solid cologne, and Charlie answered it already. But yeah, we did do a solid cologne and found that the performance was pretty similar to utility ball. So we do kind of recommend just like layering. You know, that's one of the advantages of having multiple products in the same fragrance is you can really layer the fragrances. Let's see here. Are there any tips on how to improve the cheek line for a patchy beard? What do you think, Carlos?
Like mine patchy beard is
Super
I just
patchy.
like, yeah, I just let it grow.
You have no experience.
I mean,
with
you just cover it with you just layer it with just grow and grow and grow and grow, and the more it grows, you can layer. There's nothing else you can do.
I would say like find the point where it's the most thick. So like if it's kind of patchy here and you can go a little lower, then feel free to do that. But really like the saying we say at Beardbrand is just like grow what you got. So
yeah,
grow the beard that works best for your style. So if you grow a good mustache, rock the mustache. If you grow a good mutton chops, grow that. If you got a good chin beard, grow that. Like work with what you have rather than trying to grow a beard style that is not really favorable to your growth patterns. And that's going to be true with your head hair too. Like if you're starting to thin or you're balding up top, then typically a short haircut is going to work better. You know, and if you have like curly hair or wavy hair or long hair, you know, like all these different hair types and face shapes kind of come together that, you know, in my opinion, what you should do is hit up Sly and send him photos because he'll give you one-to-one advice. What is that phone number? What is it? Text style to, here it is. If you text, I'm going to put the phone number, text. if you text style to this phone number, that goes to Sylvester, and he'll give you personalized advice. Like you can upload photographs of your hair, upload photographs of your beard, and even upload photographs of your clothing style. And he will give you consultation and help you out and guide you on what's going to work best for your face shape, for your hair type, for your beard type, your hair color, and all that. So don't be afraid to reach out to us, because it's not. That's something that we enjoy doing, is really helping out our audience, customers. What other questions we got? Any more? Oh, my dad made it. Oh, I kind of like my dad. Look at that. You know what today is? It's my mom's birthday.
Which beard style does your wife like
There it is.
best?
This is Bob Banold. He is the man responsible for me. Anything you like, you can give him credit. He's been a great father, a great inspiration. He's a handsome man as well. He's got a great head of hair and a great beard. We've done a couple of videos with him over the years, giving him some hairstyles. So thanks for joining, Dad. Great to see you in here. And then to answer your question, I don't know what Ann likes the best. I think she just kind of lets me do whatever I want to do. She doesn't like it long, though. The beard, I think she could do the longer beard, but she doesn't want the hair to grow long.
Well, but she doesn't care about a long beard to the chest.
Well, I mean, yeah, because I've rocked like the yard, and then I think that she ended up liking that. I might do that again. It's been a long time since I've had a yard. I just want to do like the Rick Rubin. I just want it like my hair's going gray. It's my last chance to have like colored hair and beard.
What? You do not have gray hair. There's no gray hair in there. You can't even see. Even if you get gray hair, you can't see it. It just blends in.
It's coming in there. There's some like, you can see it on there.
No.
Happens to us all, huh? You go gray or you die young.
Yeah, man. I think I would need some sort of incentive to do that. I get to a stage of my beard like almost to the size of yours, and I quit. I just can't do it. I just go bring the face back. I like the stubble or this sort of thing.
Yeah, you're a handsome guy, so it's nice of you to be able to show off your handsomeness.
You can show off too.
What shall we talk? Let's end this live stream with suggestions for what our topic should be next week. You guys got any ideas? What do you guys want us to talk about? Because what we'll do is we'll do a little bit of research. We'll find some viral videos around that subject matter. We'll do our listicle around the subject matter, and then we'll kind of dig into it a little bit deeper, and of course answer Q&A along that. So we'll see if they probably just want to talk beards, right? Maybe we should do a beard topic. We got a lot of beard questions this time around. So how to blend hairstyle and beard styles. That might be, that might be kind of cool, some beard stuff. T-Bat. What is T-Bat?
I'm trying to
Maybe
think.
that should be a good video topic. Probably that. How to blend hairstyles and beard styles. All right, we'll figure it out. All right, guys. This has been another live stream. Shall we call it up, Carlos?
Yeah, I was just looking to see if there was anything coming up that suggests what we should do, but I can't really see any more coming through. Yeah. Again, it was fun. Can't wait for next week.
Next week? Yeah, next week will be a day before my birthday.
Oh.
August 14th.
Will you still be in Denmark or back home?
No, I'm still in Denmark. And Yeah, we'll be able to do it. The 21st is the one I can't do, so you may have to do that alone.
Well, how's that going to work?
But I don't know. Maybe bring Greg on.
Oh, I know what to do. Yeah, I'll bring Greg on and I'll tell him to get pole dance. A pole. Yeah. Okay, cool. I think that's it, guys. You got it. You got there in the end. It took you a while, though.
Keep on
dad
growing.
jokes, man. I've been watching too many dad jokes. Guys, see you all next week. Stay cool.
Keep on growing.